Meu povo, ontem nós jogamos aqui com vocês o prólogo do Alone in the Dark, que saiu como se fosse um formato de demo, um playable teaser, assim, do jogo que tá pra sair agora em outubro. Mas, além da demo que eles botaram ali pra gente, eles também fizeram 11 minutos de um spotlight, falando um pouco mais sobre o jogo, que eu pensei da gente assistir aqui junto para ter um pouco mais de ideia de como que vai ser o resultado final. Então, galera, se curtiu o vídeo, não esquece de deixar aquele crítico aí no like e se inscreve no canal. A gente faz vídeo aqui todo dia, estamos rumo aos 100 mil inscritos, mas, mano, a gente só vai chegar lá se você se inscrever aí abaixo e fazer parte do clã rumo a essa jornada aos 100 mil. Conto com vocês, hein? Bora nessa! Então, finalmente, você quer montar aquele teu PC Gamer pra jogar os jogos na qualidade máxima, mas tu não manja muito de como realmente botar a mão na massa? Fica tranquilo que na Terabyte você tem uma linha de PCs já pré-montados para você, ou se você quiser, você tem como escolher as peças para deixar do jeitinho que você quiser e vai chegar aí na tua casa já 100% preparado. Só botar na tomada e começar a jogatina. Então dá uma olhada aí no link da Terabyte que vai estar na descrição para você finalmente entrar no mundo do PC Gamer. Fala galera, aqui é o Kaká. Vamos dar uma olhada então no que eles falaram aqui no Spotlight do Alone in the Dark. Bora ver. Tá em inglês com legendas traduzidas automaticamente, mas qualquer coisa, se não der para compreender, a gente pausa e a gente comenta aqui junto, beleza?
He's always listening.
Aí, já estamos aí. É dia 25. Perto do
Last night
Alan
I
Wake,
dreamt
né?
that my uncle hung himself in the attic, that we were too late. The house looked different, but it was still called Derceto.
Definitely a weird place. Feels like I've been here before. I just can't think why.
Let's not waste any time, Detective.
Yeah, you're right. Let's go get your uncle, Miss Hartwood.
It transports you into the dark alleyways and into the night.
I mean, it's always trying to create a mystery, right? It's something that's more than just jump scares.
Será? Porque na demo tinha bastante jumpscare.
Demanding puzzles and a lot of atmosphere.
Gosto de puzzle, atmosfera, coisas que eu
It
gosto.
maintained some of that weirdness of the old games, but it had like an updated slickness to it that I liked as well.
You haven't seen a little girl by any chance, have you?
I don't think so.
You would have known if you did.
We start our story much like the original. Jeremy Hartwood is haunted by the Dark Man, and he goes to a countryside hospital called Derceto in hope to find some help.
I need to get this letter to my niece. She would understand.
Jeremy sends a disturbing letter to Emily Hartwood, his niece, and it spooks her enough that she hires Detective Edward Carnby to find out what's going on.
Who are you?
Whoa, pardon me, excuse me. My name is Edward Carnby, private investigator. I hope you don't mind we let ourselves inside.
I do mind.
We knew early on that we had a character-driven story, so we needed to find some really good actors to make those characters come to life.
Foram boas escolhas.
I knew
Really?
of past iterations of the game. I mean, the video game world is something that I'm very interested in general, the horror game genre specifically.
David has a really strong presence as an actor, and he's able to make the funny moments really funny, but also the dramatic parts really intense.
Why the hell do I wake up hearing that damn voice? I know what it sounds like, but it's not what you think.
He's kind of a gruff detective, and he's like searching for something, and you know, he's hard-boiled, but he's got some humor to him and stuff like that. He's a bit of a trope or a type, and I like that, and I like the world and sort of how he's exploring this insanity amidst all this horror and stuff. I liked all those aspects.
Let me know if you find her. I'll be around.
Emily Hartwood has a closer connection to the plot as she is Jeremy's niece. And therefore also suffers this strange affliction known as the Hartwood curse.
I love the mystery of the game. I love the picture of her. Like, there was so much about it that I was curious of. There's a lot of fear within her and a lot of speculation and curiosity and I guess dread, intrigue. Like, there's a lot about her that is kind of on edge.
10 years now. More even since he died. He died a hero.
Jodie's a fantastic actress, and she brings a lot of nuance to Emily as a character, and it really makes us sympathize with her.
Who's in here? Show yourself. Yes, there is the kind of scary element, but then she still has to go on a journey and discover different things, and there should still be room to breathe and have a funny moment or a sarcastic moment or a moment of discovery. So it's just trying to really kind of keep all those other beats alive amongst the kind of darkness of it all, I guess, is how I felt anyway.
So we're bringing back both Emily and Edward as the playable characters, and depending on who you play, you will get a different take on the same story.
Legal.
The people at Rosetta will react differently to you depending on who you play. Even the story will be slightly different.
What are you doing sneaking around?
So you should definitely make sure to play the game twice.
Pô, isso aumenta bastante o replay. Mas parece que, tipo assim, vai acontecer as paradas no mesmo
The way that
ritmo,
we
mas diferente.
reimagined the game was basically looking at the original, and it feels like we've been cultivating a seed that was planted 30 years ago, and it has now grown into something even more dark, even more sinister.
I remember that with the first Alone in the Dark I made in 1992, we were basically doing something that nobody had done before. It was the first time that we could explore a big mansion, fight monsters, and solve difficult puzzles all in real-time 3D.
At the core is a haunted mansion. That's the most important part. It's Derceto, I would say. Feeling that you're trapped inside a kind of small space.
Yeah, I used to say back in the old days that it was another character.
Yeah, for sure.
With all the remakes going on today, you are never sure what you get at the end. I think that Michael and the team at PCs did a great job preserving the core feeling of the game. They even went further than everything I could expect 30 years ago.
It's really an honor to sort of be a part of the franchise in that sense, because it is such a... Again, it can't be overstated. It's so special. It was such a new experience. As a fan of the original, I wanted to bring as much as I could into our version, and they might have a slightly different meaning and different reasons to be there, but if you know the old games, you will find a ton of references.
Do I know you from somewhere?
I remember you, Mr. Conby.
I feel the franchise is in good hands now, and I can't wait to play the full game.
Ah, a gente tem que jogar os antigos de DOS, hein? Pra dar uma esquenta, hein?
To give you a taste of what the full game will be, we also created a prologue, and it features a character from the game called Grace Saunders, who is a little girl, and you play as her walking around Derceto and trying to post a letter. The prologue is the first glimpse into the atmosphere and the mood, and of course the story of the full game. So if you want to have a look, go and download it right now.
They're so
Peguei o play aqui no canal, hein, clã? Jogou ontem. Curtinha.
Our combat is intense and tough, and you will need to use every bullet you can find. And if you run out of bullets,
I'm out of bullets.
You might need to get in close and hit them with a melee weapon.
É bom que
or if
pode
you're
usar
lucky,
as
you can
armas,
find
né?
something to throw. As mentioned before, your job is to find out what happened to Jeremy Hartwood. And to do that, you will need to visit some unexpected places. And to get to those places, you'll need to find clues and solve some interesting puzzles. Depending how much you feel like a detective yourself, you can choose how much you want the game to help you find clues and where to go next.
So the biggest creative focus for me has for a long time been to reach something beyond the mundane, something spiritual. Mike, the director, and I, we spent a lot of time trying to figure out what musical direction we wanted to take with this project. And when we finally decided to go for this kind of dark or doom jazz direction, our minds went directly to Jason, who is a master in this genre.
It's a very visual genre of music. The fact that it's inspired from noir films or noir detectives is already a good explanation of why this music fits very well for Alone in the Dark.
Uma vibe meio noir mesmo também.
There's a huge mountain and volcano of reverb with drums and screaming saxophones. To this explosion of hair rising horror and big chaos.
As the players drawn deeper into the game world, they will face off with the sinister presence known as the Dark Man.
The Dark Man isn't real, Jeremy. There's nothing he can do to hurt you.
How do you think any of this is happening? How do you still not trust my words?
Fine. Then let me help.
Don't be foolish. He will bury you next to me in his sunken temple for an eternity.
Real or not, something is definitely corrupting the mind of Jeremy Hartwood. Something very, very dangerous.
Pô, massa demais essas informações. Cara, eu achei muito bom, tipo assim, a música principalmente, sabe? A vibe que passa, tipo, uma vibe de época, mas sem perder o tom sombrio, e passa essa vibe no ar também, que acho que também combina com o tema do jogo, né? Que a gente tá investigando ali o que tá acontecendo, né? Mano, muito bom. Eu tô bastante animado pro Alone in the Dark. É uma franquia que eu gosto muito. Não joguei os de DOS, né? Então acho que é por isso que é interessante a gente, às vezes, voltar. Porque acho que o que eu mais joguei foi... Eu acho que o que a maioria das pessoas jogaram, que foi o de PS1, né? Que é o New Nightmare. Também muito bom. Mas esse aqui é outra parada. Tem o Edward Camby aqui também, mas ele é do outra parada. É um outro rolê, uma outra história, né? E esses de DOS tem, se não me engano, 3 jogos. Então, tipo assim, esse jogo, esse Alone in the Dark, ele pega esses 3 jogos e ele meio que junta, né? Então é uma nova interpretação, mais moderna, pegando a história dessa trilogia original. Cara, eu tô muito curioso pra ver como é que vai ser o resultado final. Eu acho que também é uma vibe que a gente não vê muitos jogos de terror colocando ali, sei lá, uma parada meio anos 50, assim, ou talvez até um pouco antes, né? E uma parada meio Lovecraftiana, né? Essa vibe toda que passa, assim, é uma parada que a gente não vê muitos jogos hoje tendo. Então, tô bastante animado. Outubro, nós temos, então, Alan Wake 2 e algumas semaninhas depois temos aí Alone in the Dark pra dar uma conferida. Esse ano, rapaz, para Survivor Horror, tá brabo. Só falta Silent Hill 2 confirmar também, né? Imagina. Bom, galera, é isso. Espero que vocês tenham curtido aqui esse vídeo. Se sim, não esquece de deixar aquele crítica no like, se inscreve no canal, segue a gente nas nossas redes sociais e comenta aqui o que você achou dessas informações novas do Alone in the Dark. Tá animado? Vai pegar os dois, Alan Wake e Alone in the Dark, ou só um? Qual que você vai escolher? Deixa abaixo nos comentários suas opiniões. Molecada, se quiser dar uma ajuda aqui pro canal, considere assinar nosso PicPay, que tá na descrição. Afinal, só tá ganhando algumas recompensas e vai estar ajudando a gente a ficar independente, pra gente só produzir conteúdo aqui pra vocês. Mas, se quiser dar uma ajuda mesmo, compromissada, tem a nossa coleção de camisas da loja.com.br/ataque traço crítico pra você ficar no estilo, e 2 cupons, um pra você usar na sua assinatura do Nerd ao Cubo, receber itens nerds todos os meses com desconto, e também um cupom pra sua lente de VR pra você proteger o seu visor e não precisar mais usar óculos de grau. Beleza, rapaziada? Vou ficando por aqui, valeu, um abraço e até mais!